We are back at it again with another 4-box quarter hunt in our quest to score some more silver quarters out of circulation, or at worst case, maybe land ourselves another W quarter or two. Hey everyone, it's RobFindsTreasure. Welcome back to my channel. We have another 4-box quarter hunt, and like I said, we need to find some silver. So far on the year, through 20 boxes, we've only found one silver quarter. It's getting tougher and tougher to find them in circulation, and I'm hoping one of these 4 boxes or more can give us another one. Now, that being said, we've done pretty good on W quarters still. It's surprising to me that we're still finding them out there in circulation, and those actually fetch more per value per coin than the silver ones do. So we'll definitely keep our eyes peeled for those. Now, if you're following along, this is going to be Hunt and Field episode number 15, and it's boxes 73 through 76 for the entire series, but it's only boxes 21 through 24 on the year. Now, we have slotted all of the clad quarters from 1965 all the way to present day except for 2023. We'll keep our eyes peeled for those as well. And of course, we're looking for upgrades in some of the Eagleback years. But we're missing a ton of silver quarters, and if I'm so lucky to find at least one in these 4 boxes, I hope it's the 1963P, because if we find that one, we'll close out the second book, all the quarters will have been found, and then we just need the older silver quarters. Now, obviously, it'd be nice to find some silver or W's, but of course, we're looking for any of the quarter varieties I've listed on my mat, and of course, any proof or foreign coins. That's what we're hoping for. Now, I will say in advance that these are 2 different banks from 2 different weeks. So I got these 2 boxes 1 week and these 2 boxes the second week. 3 of these boxes actually have the 7658 stamp, and one of my most recent penny hunts, we had that exact same stamp on a really good penny box. So I'm hoping maybe they dump something else in the quarters as well into circulation. Don't want to get ahead of myself. Let's go ahead and get right on with the hunt and see if I can open this one-handed. Quarter boxes have been tough lately to open, but this one went smooth. All right. I do not see any silver quarter enders, of course, but definitely have a nicely circulated quarter box, and that always gets me excited. Here we go yet again. Another 4-box quarter hunt. Can we get some goodies, or will it be another tough hunt? Well, unfortunately, that first quarter box was a bust for W's and silver quarters. None of those were found. I will point out that we did get a die chip at the mouth, Wilma Mankiller quarter, and a pretty nice 2021 Crossing the Delaware die chip at the hat. So a couple of die chip varieties I'll go ahead and hold on to. I do hold on to the better ones, and these are pretty good examples. We did find one pretty nice 1991 Denver. I think I already upgraded that one recently, though, so I'm probably going to toss that back. But there were a lot of bicentennial quarters in this box, and there even was some dandy of ones that look like they're not circulated. These are the best 11 of all the ones that were in the box. I mean, some of these are just really, really nice. Unbelievable. Full mint luster on them. So I think somebody dumped a roll of those into circulation along with other ones they had rolled up. So we had a kind of a collection dump for bicentennial quarters, but really not a lot of value in these other than them being nicer condition, and I will roll them up into my bicentennial quarter rolls that I have for the nicer ones. First box is down. That was a tough one, but it had the different stamp. Let's crack open box number 2. These all have the same stamp, and this stamp is one of the better stamps I've had lately, so maybe we've got some goodies in them. All right. Box number 2, definitely circulated. See a good amount of circulated enders. Let's see if something in here is nice and much better than box 1. Well, box number 2 is going to help us out because roll number 3 is going to give us a W quarter. I know it's a 2019 because there's no V75 privy, but it definitely has the W mint mark. Only 2 million minted of each of the 5 designs for 2019 and 2020. Like I said, this is a 2019. What design is it? And it's the River of No Return. I would have loved to get the AMP, but I'll definitely take a River of No Return W quarter. It's our first find of the 2 boxes so far. Well, 53 rolls in, and it's a good one. Well, we're on roll number 12 of the second box, and I finally have found one. My first 2023 Denver quarter, the Bessie Coleman. We'll definitely take that. That's a good find. It's not in the best shape. It's been circulated, but I don't have one yet. So for now, I'll put it to the side for my most recent album. Roll number 14. Got another W quarter, and this one's going to be a 2020 because it's got the V75 privy on it. Hopefully it's a Marsh Billings Rockefeller. And it's not. It's a Weir farm, but I'll still take that one. I don't have a lot of those either. Second W of the box, second W of the hunt. We're on roll 31 of box number 2, and we're getting W's in this box because I got another one. I already saw that it was a Lowell National Park, flipped it, I saw the W, so that's a good find. Second one from 2019, 3 overall now, and it's so odd to me how some boxes can just have W quarters and some, like the last box, have none. Still no silver yet, but we're having a pretty good hunt for this box with 3 W's. We have finished the second box of this 4-box quarter hunt, and even though it didn't produce any silver, it did give us 3 W quarters. A few more nicer 1976 bicentennial quarters. One was from Philadelphia, which I don't see too often. And we got one more die chip Woman Man Killer quarter at the mouth. So now that's 2 boxes down, 2 boxes to go. Fingers crossed for silver. Let's go ahead and open this one live next and see if we can get some silver or some more W's. All right. Definitely a nice circulated box. Don't see any silver enders and no W staring at me, but we might have another lucky box because it has the same lucky stamp. I'll be back when I have a find, if I have a find, in the 3rd box of this 4-box hunt. Well, box number 3 was another tough box. We did manage to add a couple of nicer older quarters, a 65, a 67, and an 82 Denver, I believe. It's not the nicest, but this is a tough year like the 83 because they didn't make uncirculated sets. So I'm just going to compare it to see if it does upgrade. Not sure it will, but it's nice enough that it caught my eye. 3 boxes down, it seems like every other box has been bad or good. So hopefully we're on a good box now for box number 4 of the hunt. Still no silver. We could use 1 more W to make 1 per box average, but definitely want to find a silver if possible. Let's go ahead and crack open this box really quick. See if we have any goodies in here on the top side. All right, well, no silver quarters, of course. Definitely a circulated quarter box. Hopefully I'll be back with a find in this box. Otherwise, I'll be back with a wrap-up. Well, unfortunately, that 4th and final box of this quarter hunt was also a dud. Definitely a tough quarter hunt this time. We did get the 3 W quarters in that 2nd box, and that pretty much saved our hunt. I'll also say in that 1st box, getting a lot of nicer, not necessarily BU, but near BU bicentennial quarters was a nice surprise. And then, of course, we have the other nicer eagle backs on top. As far as side finds, you saw it. We have the crown die chip on the 2021 Philadelphia Crossing Delaware quarter and a couple of Wilma Mankiller die chips at the mouth 2022 Philadelphias. And then it's always nice getting my first Bessie Coleman quarter, although it's in circulated condition with some scratches. At least it'll hold a spot in one of my newer albums. Speaking of the albums, I don't think we're going to have any upgrades as far as the bicentennials. Maybe 1 or 2 is nicer, but I think we have a pretty nice one in there already. I'll have to check the Philadelphia and Denver. Those are the 2 nicest in my opinion. And then we have to check the older ones as well. Let me go ahead and do that, see if we have any upgrades for the book. We know we don't have any additions. Well, I guess for the new, more modern book we will, but I'm not going to include that in today's hunt. Let me go ahead and do that. I'll be back in just a second to let you know how we did. Well, I have compared the finds to the album, and unfortunately, even though we had some nicer quarters, I already had a really nice 76D and 76P in the book, so I went ahead and rolled up all of the other quarters. And as far as the 65, it happens to be nice. The 67 is nice, and my 1982 Denver is also nice. So we've already got the nicer ones from the ones we found today. Again, I went ahead and rolled them up. It's nice getting 3 W quarters, and I will not be putting this Bessie Coleman quarter into the newer album because it is scratched up. I'm sure we'll find a better one here shortly. That being said, we still need the 63P to complete this book, minus any upgrades. And of course, the other book, 1932 to 1962, is lagging way behind. We've now hunted 76 boxes for this hunt and fill, and we're stuck at 70 out of the 146 quarters found. And then we only have 1 year-to-date silver now through 24 boxes hunted on the year. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The dimes and the quarter hunts have been really, really tough. They've gotten increasingly tough over the last several years. And even though we had a good silver quarter finding year, one would argue that about 4 of my boxes I hunted last year contained most of the silver that we did find. Still, we'll keep hunting. You never know what you're going to find. And at worst cases, you can get some W's out there, and they do fetch good value. Hopefully, despite the lack of finds in this 4-box hunt, you guys still found the video fun. If you did, I'd appreciate that thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting and thanks for watching.